Hi there, everyone, and welcome into the Nebraska Basketball Show. You know the head coach, Fred Hoiberg, and I'm Jessica Coody, and couldn't have picked a better week to be in for Greg Sharp as the Huskers with back-to-back wins, a huge one on the road, a 17-point comeback at home, winners of 3 of their last 4. How much fun are you having coaching this basketball team?
Well, I've been having fun coaching this team all year, but it's great to see them get rewarded for their continued hard work. And obviously, it's a team that's faced a ton of adversity with the injuries that we've faced, but they continue to come in and work and prepare the right way. And that's been the fun thing and the gratifying thing this last week. You know, one, getting that huge comeback win against a team that's hard to come back on in Wisconsin, and then to go on the road and really get a signature win for this team against a very quality opponent in a very difficult environment. So really proud of the guys. Hopefully a confidence builder heading down the stretch. It's
fun to talk about the offensive explosion of Keisei Tominaga, but how much has it been all hands on deck for this team to do what they've been doing?
Yeah, it really has. And you look at what C.J. Wilcher provided for us in a start at Rutgers after not playing in the second half against Wisconsin. But I thought his energy on the bench was phenomenal. He was talking to guys in the huddle, and then when he got the start, and a lot of that right now, I'm kind of rotating that 5th starting spot. Went with Wilhelm for a game, went with Sam for a game, went with Denham for a couple, and now CJ. It's what it's all about, is taking advantage of those opportunities, and he really kept us in it. Hit 3 big threes to start that game the other day. Got us confident, I think, and we had a really quality offensive performance.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that offensive explosion against the best defensive team in the Big Ten. But up first, we got to talk about that 17-point comeback, the largest comeback in the last 10 years for the program. The win over Wisconsin up next. Keep it here on the Nebraska Basketball Show presented by Bank of the West. Welcome back into the Nebraska Basketball Show presented by Bank of the West. I'm Jessica Coody, and for Greg Sharp this week. All right, you guys have had some fun battles against Wisconsin last year, this year. Huge 17-point comeback, and not probably the start that you wanted.
Yeah, they kind of had their way with us early. Thought we were a little bit slow on our rotations, not real crisp. Good job right here by Derek. And really good patience, just kind of taking his time and finally getting that angle to put the ball in the basket to get us off a zero. Right here is kind of what Derek's got to get chest to chest on that post double team. Then we get into a rotation right here. Now that Chucky Hepburn was terrific. We'll take those. Those are fadeaway contested 2s. We'll take those, but Chucky is capable of knocking those down. But that kid's having a heck of a year for Wisconsin.
So Wisconsin got off to a double-digit lead. You guys fight back, and then they get out to another big lead. And it's kind of a game of runs, but we're able to get back into it and cut it closer here in the first half.
Yeah, we did have a couple runs. We didn't finish off the half the way we needed to, and that's what gave them, I thought, momentum, and they built on that to the second half. But we did make a couple nice plays here. Good simple play by Sam. Started creating some longer closeouts. Jamarcus had a really nice game for us with 11 points. It was a tight game early. Wisconsin forces you to play a very kind of slow, methodical game. And as I said earlier, it's a very hard team to come back on, especially when you're down by 17. Great hustle play there by Sam, diving out of bounds. Those are the types of plays that are momentum builders for your team, and then taking advantage on the other end, although they called a charge on that play right there. But, really good hustle play by Sam. Pretty good double team right there. We just had the wrong guy rotating out to the shooter. In the second half, we were able to play more one-on-one. It was really Blaze, I thought, his best game. He was phenomenal for us in the second half. Just kind of, again, hanging around. Sam can't give up the middle right here against Chucky, and then just a really tough shot. We'll take those. Those are ones that we're willing to give up. And then again, just creating good offense right there with activity on the defensive end, and then Jamarcus, another tough finish, good and one there in transition.
You're out-rebounded in the first half. Ended up winning the rebounding battle, but got out-rebounded in the first half.
We did, yeah, and that was a big thing coming in the second, is we feel if we win the glass, and it's been a pretty common theme, if we win the battle of the boards, we generally have a pretty good chance of winning the game, and we did end up winning, and that's important.
So at halftime, 35-24, Wisconsin takes an 11-point lead. What's the message there at the halftime?
Play better. we were a little stuck in mud, I thought, in that first half. Great set play there by Wisconsin against our 1-3-1 zone there to finish off the half. But, we just needed to go out and take care of the ball, rebound the ball better, and if we did that, we would have a chance to win.
You did. Improved in all those areas, and we're going to take a look at the 17-point comeback coming up next. Keep it right here on the Nebraska Basketball Show presented by Bank of the West. Welcome back to the Bank of the West Nebraska basketball show. All right, so Wisconsin up 11 at half, and then Huskers put on a show in the second half, but not initially out of the gate. Wisconsin get it going, although Sam Griesel with a nice bucket to start things here.
Yeah, good bucket. That was after, I think, a couple turnovers by Derek, and I got him out of there right away. I just didn't love his mentality coming out. That's what got Blaze in the game, and, Blaze obviously played pretty much the rest besides the last couple minutes of overtime, but, this is where we got it going. Casey, really kind of got him unleashed after not a great first half, but that first one goes down, then he hits the second one. Now all of a sudden it's a game again after being down 17. Really good job there by Sam. You see how much attention Casey gets on that stagger screen, and it's a great time to probe and drive it into the paint. This is just a really tough shot, to be able to kind of stay. He's got a little natural fade on it. Great read right here by Casey. That kind of became our offense. I said, just go get Casey open, find a way to screen him, and our guys did a really nice job of that. This was a tough shot at the end of the clock there by Chucky after we had gone on a pretty darn good run. But, again, we just kept coming. We kept the pressure going. And then Derek was great. When he got back in the game, gets the and one right here, I thought Derek made the key plays. And then in overtime, obviously, Derek was terrific.
Huskers go on a 20-2 run. There's a big three by Sam Hoiberg there. You go 1 for 8 from three-point in the first half. End up going 7 of 13 in the second to finish 8 of 22. Really got it going from three.
Yeah, big one by Sam, and then another one by Griesel right there. And that was a big one over Crowell, who was 7-1. And then Jamarcus steps out and makes a big one. But yeah, that was huge. To be able to kind of take the lid off. Wisconsin's a hard team. They stay with their own. They stay with shooters, and it's hard to make 7.5 against. I thought this defense by Jamarcus was absolutely phenomenal. We knew the ball being Chucky's hands. He makes a lot of those shots, but I thought great defense to send that to overtime by Jamarcus.
You see Blaze there inside. He played 23 minutes, and again, coming off that injury, he got the game ball for you guys.
He did, yeah. 23 consecutive minutes, too. And that's, when you haven't had a lot of time, and, right here, great job, Derek and Blaze in there. We went with that big lineup, but I just can't say enough about Blaze and the way he came out, takes a charge right here. He just does a lot of little things. He didn't have huge numbers, but we were able to play one-on-one. After the first media timeout, they scored 17 points the rest of the game, and a lot of that was because of Blaze.
Derek Walker scores 6 straight points in overtime, and then a couple big defensive plays right there. That was one of the big keys of the game, because you could cut it to a bucket there, and Sam comes up with a big steal.
Yeah, that was kind of an after timeout play right there, and they'd gone to the high-low, and just a great read by Sam, and not only to anticipate it, but to keep the ball in play. And that was a really big turning point, and kind of kept them at bay. And then we made all of our free throws.
I was going to say
in the overtime as
free
well.
Free throws in overtime.
Yeah. Derek made them, and Jamarcus hit a couple, and Sam hit a couple. It was a really great win, and again, I'm really proud of the guys for going out there, finding a way to come back against a team that's not easy to do that against.
So 73-63 in overtime. Huskers knock off the Badgers of Wisconsin. Casey Tominaga with 22 points, 5-11 from three-point. A lot of contributions from a lot of different guys, and a fun locker room afterwards.
It was a fun locker room, and again, we had some guys that didn't play many minutes. They were as happy as anybody in there, and that's what this team is built on. It's a group that, a lot of times if you're not playing, sometimes you might pout a little bit. We just have not had that with this group, and it's been one of the more rewarding things is to see how much our guys have pulled for each other out there on the floor.
I think a lot of people were wondering how you might respond from that big comeback at home at Rutgers, and we're going to get to that next. Big win for the Huskers on the road at Rutgers. That action coming up next. Welcome back to the Nebraska basketball show. Coming off the 17-point comeback, the Huskers hit the road at Rutgers, and the best defensive team in the league coming into this, allowing teams just 38.2% field goal percentage. But you guys got off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, that was a tough, you get the ball to a guy that wasn't a great shooter in the corner, contested shot clock running out, but, Derek gets us going there with a nice little post. I thought Derek was really good. And then CJ, after turning one down, got Jamarcus a good look right here when they got a little bit lost on the rotation. And then CJ was great to see him. Our double teams are so much better. And that double team chest to chest, went in there with high hands, created the turnover, and that led to offense. A great movement right there, really good spacing in CJ being able to hit a couple shots early. They came out of the gate hot as well. But we kept getting the ball to CJ. Again, can't make that turnover right there. But that's what they do. They're really good. They got great length. when we did beat their press, we generally got a good quality look on the board. Another good play right here to see CJ, good read. He had a choice coming out either side, and a good find there by Griesel.
Homecoming for CJ, could you tell he was feeling it going into the game?
Yeah, you could tell when he makes that first shot, and I thought he had good read. We turned the one down, but got Jamarcus a good look. But then the next one, he had no hesitation, and then he kind of got it going from there. Good strong take by Sam with the left hand on that play right there. I think that was beating the press. And a great hustle play by Derek. Those are huge when they've got 2 free points, and then basically come down. It's good to see Wilhelm step up, no hesitation, get that transition 3. That's a 5-point swing when it looks like they were going to get it. And again, good active double team right there, and then defense leading to offense. Great take here, and that's what really got Casey going in trying. I believe that was his first bucket of the game.
Had 8 or 9 turnovers, I believe, in the first half. Finished with 11, so took better care of the ball in the second half.
We did, yeah. Great play right there by Derek after a really good look, and then just a quick swing by Jamarcus. Those are big plays. We call it 0.5 basketball. You have 0.5 seconds to dribble, pass, or shoot. And I thought we made really good decisions and plays besides some of those early turnovers. But yeah, after that initial, turning the ball over, I thought we did a much better job. And a great play by CJ, not challenging the big guy. He's really good, one of the top shot blockers in the country, and then find a good slash there by Derek to the rim.
For as well as CJ had it going from the outside, he finished with 4 assists as well, so was passing the ball, and a great finish by Sam Griesel to end the half.
Yeah, really good play, good momentum builder to make it a 2-possession game going into halftime, and we felt pretty good. We felt like we just had a good rhythm, shot 65%. Like you said, Jessica, the best defensive team in our league. And had a good, just talked about those first 5 minutes. We finished the half well, but those first 5 minutes were going to be critical coming out of the break.
All right, so Huskers take a 5-point lead into halftime. We're back with second half action coming up next. Welcome back into the Nebraska Basketball Show presented by Bank of the West. All right, we pick it up with second half action at Rutgers. Sam Griesel picking things up where he left off in the first half.
Yeah, great play there by Derek. Call that Chris Webber play. He used to spin out for a lob, and good little action right there by he and Derek on the front. Great job. I love Jamarcus stepping in there. Our guys have done a really nice job. Casey continues to really read this action well and back cut on it, get a 3-point play over McConnell, who's a reigning Defensive Player of the Year in our league, and then hits the big 3 coming off that little dribble handoff right there. But, after not a great first half by Casey shooting the ball, he really got it going, and then CJ continued with his hot hand as well in the second half.
Yeah, it's a 1-point game, and Casey Way has ability to ignite the crowd at home and silence on the road.
Yeah, and you saw him try to quiet the crowd there after he made the one. But just a great play by Griesel on the previous possession, getting the ball to CJ on a really simple play. This was one, just a tough shot coming in transition, but with the way he's shooting the ball right now, we want him hunting those types of looks.
What does it do too when you have 2 shooters knocking it down the way that CJ and Casey both were?
Yeah, we feel pretty good. If we can get both those guys going on the same night, we feel we're going to have a pretty good chance to win the game. The other thing, that we've been doing is really switching our defenses up, and I thought our guys executed very well, whether it was a 1-3-1 zone, a 3-2, or a 2-3. Love the movement right there. Again, you see the 0.5 basketball, get the ball to the open guy and knock down the shot. But, yeah, just really good movement, I thought, in the offensive end.
Get another big night from 3, 12 3-pointers, tied a season high, but also is a good balance from inside out as you got guys attacking the rim like that.
Yeah, we were really efficient inside the arc, and I think we shot one of the highest percentages ever against the Steve Peichel-led team, and they're really good in their perimeter. Their inside interior defense with Cliff, but Derek had good attack. He got into his body, which you have to do against a shot blocker.
Yeah, still 1 point in the paint in this one too, as well as you shot it from the outside. And Sam Hoiberg really took over at the end, was doing a little bit of everything to help you guys close this one out.
He did. He had a couple good defensive possessions, rebounded it well, and then made a couple big free throws for us. But Griesel with a couple big plays right there. Good job finding Derek coming in. This was one of the zone possessions we did not execute very well to give them a 3. But again, had a nice lead, gave herself a good cushion. Great block here by Sam against a guy that is making tough shots all year.
82-72, the final, the most points Rutgers allowed at home in over 2 years. Casey again, 22 points, 4 of 9 from 3-point. CJ, 17 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Derek Walker, 16 points, 8 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, Derek, once again, just great efficiency, and we feel really good when Derek has the ball in his hands, not only as a scorer, but also as a playmaker.
All right, so a big win on the road, back-to-back wins for the Huskers. We're back to wrap things up here on the Nebraska Basketball Show. Keep it right here.
Lawrence three, got it! Walker helped defense there by Nebraska. Walker drives, Euro step finish with the left hand, got it! There's our play of the game right now, and out to Tominaga shoots the three. Now got it! He got it! Drives it off the cross dribble, puts it up and in! That's the end of the game. The fans are delirious.
And that was our Hy-Vee sounds of the game. All right, Coach, well, season winding down. You got 3 straight at home and then a final one on the road at Iowa. How do you want to see this team close it out?
Just have to continue to go out there and play the right way. I've been really pleased with how this team has handled adversity. We've faced a lot of it this year, and they've continued to go out and prepare the right way and get better, and that's all you can ask of your team. All
right, it's been fun to watch this team. You got a few more opportunities to see them at home. Get out there at PBA. All right, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Nebraska Basketball Show presented by Bank of the West.